is Tuesday, July 23rd. And yes, I'm in my truck, but I am not driving, so don't worry, I'm parked outside of Ulta Beauty, which I just spent way too much money in. I don't even know why I went in there, but I did. So, last night I took the Unisom to try to get a better night of sleep, and I got 4 hours and 15 minutes versus like the 3 hours and 45 I got 2 weeks ago. So it didn't work quite as well as I wanted it to. But I'm actually not feeling that bad today. The whole chemo brain thing is there. I'm a little on the, I don't want to say loopy side, but not quite as sharp, but I don't feel like I'm as less sharp as I was 2 weeks ago, and definitely not 4 weeks ago, because I had the same meeting I had today 4 weeks ago, Tuesday after chemo, and I was just not really there. So I don't know what that means, but I feel actually really pretty good today. And so the Tuesday after chemo, that's pretty fantastic. But I'll tell you what's super fantastic. I just got a phone call from the nurse at my oncologist office, and they got the cancer marker number back. Go real quick, I think it was 52, very end of April, first part of May, yeah, very end of April. And they did not do another cancer marker test though until last time I went in, so after my third round, and the number had actually gone from 52 up to, I think it was 312. I don't have the number right here. They told me not to freak out. A cancer marker is just an indication of where your levels, I guess, of cancer are, but individually, like you can have somebody who has a 10,000 cancer marker, which they've had, that has less cancer in them than I do. So it's really on an individual basis. And it doesn't give them a lot of information, but it does give them enough information to know if maybe the chemo is working, or if it's not, if they need to get in and take a look. So I got a call back. So 2 weeks ago, it was 312, and I've only had one round of chemo, and it is down to 170. And when I told the nurse, I said, that's good news, right? And she said, no, that's amazing news for it to go down that much, only after one. So that number must have been pretty high before I started chemo. When it went from 52, it jumped up, I guess, really high, because for it to come down, from 312 to 170 in just 1 week, that's really, really, really good news. So I feel like I need to whip out my cancer card and go tell somebody about it and mark off that I got good news from the doc today. So that is it. Oh, I do want to say that I did Uber yesterday and get picked up from chemo. I did realize that driving on chemo days, driving myself home on chemo days is not the best thing. Just not quite all there. So for these next remaining 2, I'm just Ubering back and forth to chemo. Today I felt much better driving. I feel like I'm in control, all of that. But yeah, that day after chemo, that's not a good day to be driving. So for those of you who were concerned about it, I am now Ubering back and forth to chemo, so I'm being safe. All right, that's it for today. Talk to you tomorrow.